Hey, good morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm already a little choked up, but I have been finishing up my devotion for the morning and it just elicited a lot of emotion. And I need to share this with you guys, and it's going to be longer than a 2-minute video, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it in this format. But you guys, you have to have a why for this business. If you feel like you're at a stalemate, if you feel like you have not been able to reach the potential that you know that you have in this business, you have to sit down and do some exploration. You have to. You have to figure out what your why is. Okay, you're going to hear that a million times over in this company, in this business, is that you have to have a why strong enough to get you through. You do. And it's going to change. There's going to be an evolution of your why. You know, for me, I saw the potential of this business, but I didn't really see the potential of this business until I started working it. My why changed. You know, in the beginning, my why was to bring an extra $500 home just to help us cover our bills. Because it was tight. It was tight back then. Well, then I realized after, meeting that goal very quickly that this business could bring me home to my child that I so desperately wanted to be with. And so I did that and I met that. Well, when I met that why, when I came home, I got complacent. I didn't have a deeper why at that time or did not know what it was. And so I got complacent and I got in management mode. And it took an entire 1.5 years of a journey for me to really dig deep again and figure out what my purpose was with this business. Yes, I want to pay off debt. Yes, I want to be more financially sound. There's all those things, but what is underlying that? Why do I need those things? My devotion this morning was Philippians 4, and specifically it was Philippians 4, whatever it was, 3, rejoice in the Lord, rejoice. But later on in that chapter, Paul is talking about being content. And this is why I read the whole chapter with my devotions, because I always know that there's probably something else in that chapter I need to hear for the day. So today it wasn't just about rejoicing. I needed to hear this particular part about being content with plenty or nothing. Which is what he's talking about in that verse. And then he says, I can do all through Christ that gives me strength. And so, like I said, I went through a journey with my why, and we had a training group earlier on, or actually late last year. And it was a development group. And in the first week of that development group, we worked on our why. We got very deep in it. We journaled. We shared it amongst each other. Sorry, Vanessa's running because I've been crying. And I found out some pretty deep stuff about myself at that time. And as with anything, when you remove that stuff from, the forefront of your mind, or if you don't have it up in front of you, you forget about it. You tend to forget about it. And I did. It's kind of always been there, but this morning it was really brought back. And so in my devotion, after I read my devotion and pray, I journal. And so in my journal this morning, it came back up, why am I not content? We have a great house. We have 2 vehicles. We have the ability to feed our children and give them everything that they need. We have insurance. We have a comfortable life. We don't have anything more than what we need. So why am I not content with that? Why do I constantly feel the need to have more? What do I need more security? And that's what it is. I feel like I need more security. And so here's the thing, you guys. You have to find a why in this business that evokes emotion from you. It needs to make you cry. To be honest with you, it needs to make you cry. Everybody's why in this business is different. Some people have a negative bank account, and this is the only option that you have. Some people have everything that they need, but they just want more. Well, it's fine to want more, but why do you want more? Why do you want to be able to take your family on vacations? What is it about that makes you want it? What are the feelings behind that? What, why do you need to come home to your kids? Why do you want to stay home with your kids? Why do you feel the need to bring in extra income for your family? Like, what is it? You have to know what that is, or you're never going to make it in this business. You won't. I'm just telling you. You'll be here for a little while, but then you're going to hit a lull and you're going to quit because your why is not strong enough to get you through it. It has to be. It absolutely has to be strong enough to get you through the slower seasons, to get you through the lulls. People who quit do not have a strong enough why. I believe that wholeheartedly. They don't work, they don't have a why, whatever it is. Okay. You don't have a boss in this business, so your boss has to be your why. And that's how you need to think of it. Athea said that to us in our training group. You have to look at your why and act like it's talking back to you. So I'm going to share a little bit about mine real quick, and I'm going to get emotional about it, and my mom's going to watch this, and it's probably going to make her really emotional, but it's not meant to put blame or it's not meant in that way at all. So, Mom, I love you. When you watch this, none of this was your fault, okay? I am not content with where we are because being content is scary for me because I am absolutely terrified of not being able to pay my bills. I cannot tell you guys enough, like the fear that I have of money and not having money and being terrified that my bank account's going to be in the negative and that we're not going to be able to buy bills, groceries, or not going to be able to pay our bills. That is a fear that keeps me up at night. That is a fear that I have had since I was in my teens. My mom was a single mom for a good portion of my teenage childhood years. And our dads did not support like they should have. They did exactly what the courts told them that they had to do, but they did nothing else from that. And it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. There were weeks we didn't have food in the pantry. There were weeks we would come home and the power was cut off. There were, weekends we couldn't go anywhere because Mom didn't have the gas to spend. She needed it for work. We didn't have money to buy lunch from school. Like, it was, you made a lunch if we had something at the house and you took it. There was no buying pizza in the cafeteria unless you scraped up the change that you could find in your room. And she tried so hard. And, there was a point where she was working 3 jobs. There was a Christmas where we didn't have any, the only presents we had were presents that our church family brought to us, and I appreciated that. I appreciated everything, and I still do, that she did for us. But it absolutely terrifies me to ever be in that situation or for my kids to ever see that situation. It terrifies me. And that is why I have this business. That is why God brought this opportunity into my life, because the career paths that Pat and I are never going to bring us in that kind of money. I mean, yes, like if he gets some amazing D1 job, like we'd probably be doing amazing, but that's not in the plan right now. And so I know that is why this opportunity was brought into my life. It wasn't just to pay off $53,000 of student loan debt. It wasn't just to pay off credit card debt or medical debt or to have a bigger savings account or to pay off our cars. It wasn't about that. It's about being able to finally be free of that fear. And I don't know if it'll ever completely go away, but I will have more peace when that time comes, when that time comes that we do have all this stuff paid off and we're just able to just bank, save money. I'll have peace. And that's what this is about. Like, for me, it's about finally getting to a place to where I can just have peace about it. And maybe that's similar to what your journey is. I don't know. But you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out, because if it's not strong enough, you're not going to stay in this business, because you don't have somebody standing over you telling you what to do. You don't. So instead of having somebody standing over you to tell you what to do in this business and to tell you to work and to tell you stay up just a little bit later and send out a couple more messages, you have your why telling you that. Okay? Like, it's your why. And you need to plaster it all over your house if you need to. You need to set reminders in your phone every day to have it pop up so that you can see it. You got to find it, you guys. So I urge you, spend some time today journaling. Sit down and start writing about it, and write until it makes you cry. And it's going to be different for everybody. No, your story's not the same as mine. There might be some similarities in it, but it's not the same as mine. So you got to write that, and you got to figure it out. That is what's going to drive you in this business. So anywho, I had to share that this morning, and I hope that, this helps somehow with your journey. So love you guys. Bye.